Okay, says I'm live. That is actually straight. Okay, looks straight to me. Woohoo! All right, let me get my other computer going here. Don't know if anybody's in the room yet, so if you're watching, just don't know if anybody's. Oops. Scrub ahead till you see something happening. It'll take people a few little minutes to get in here. Hi, Kimberly. Okay. I think I'm good to go. Whew. All right. We'll wait for people to come. I'm not sure I'm in the mood for this today, but we're going to do it anyway for at least a while. Hi, Melda. Geez, Kimberly, Imelda gave you an extra U and an extra W. Yeah, so far it's looking good on my screen. I might bring it down a little. I'm going to be drawing today, so I guess I need to figure out which pens I want to use too. I should have a waterproof one. It's nice to be in a room where you can just have papers laying around. That one's not bad. Half of my pens need to be thrown away. I have this ridiculous habit of hanging on to crap way too long. That one's a brush pen. Can't use it. All right, those two are still good. Woohoo! All right, here we go. Hi, AJ. Hey, Joycey. Hi, Terry. Hope everybody's having a great day. Get for Christmas. I didn't have much to get ready. I didn't even put up my little tree this year. I might tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to get me in the mood for Christmas. Just, to me, other than celebrating the birth of Christ, it's just not that big a deal. I wish I had little kids around now. Little kids would make it really fun. Hey, Shauna. So I didn't know Colleen streamed last night. I was sitting on the couch drawing. Hey, Eileen, about time. I've been on for 3 whole minutes. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, people are starting to come in now, so we can start here shortly. And I don't have a great plan. Eileen didn't help me plan today, but I've had this idea in my head for a couple weeks since Lena was in the stream one day and said something about drawing borders. And I thought, well, actually, I've been meaning to draw borders and get them all in one place for a long time, so maybe that's a good thing to do. Hi, Holly. Okay, take hubby to the dentist. So sorry to hear about Kia. I haven't heard anything. Are those storms around you, Eileen? Are you flooding? Oh, Colleen didn't stream. She just made the book. Okay. Okay, good. I didn't miss anything. I haven't heard anything. Go ahead and fill us in, Eileen, because I haven't heard anything. Oh, no. I had not heard of what since November 4th. How'd you find out, Eileen? I'm sorry to hear that, too. Jean just found out. Huh. That's sad. Hi, CB. Well, and I guess I'll go ahead and tell you guys, we've been praying like crazy for Lane's dad. He also passed away last week. So, yeah, now I guess I've got a third one to hear about. I don't know. I still have that idea that you hear about deaths in threes. Yeah, I was bummed for Lane and Amy. It was horribly sad. And ever since his surgery, it's just really been one thing after another. And yeah, this week was finally just, I'd never met him, but you know, we're pretty close to Lane and Amy, so yeah. Hi, Riri. See, and I hadn't paid much attention, and that makes me kind of mad at myself that I hadn't seen Jillian around. And I always called her Kia. No, Robert's not sick again. No, no, no. Robert's fine. He just called me and said he's on his way home. He had to go in and help his buddy with his ice machine. And they live probably about 30 miles away. So he called to ask me if I wanted iced coffee. And believe it or not, I said no, because I had a giant one yesterday. Oh, good, in her sleep. That's the best way to go. No, Sean, at least you were checking on her. I wasn't. So, did I say hi, Christine? Hi, Dorothy. She was sweet. Very sweet. I've got the little characters that she made in on the kids' bed. So I'll think of her every time I look at them. She was a sweetheart for sure. And I didn't know much about her backstory, so I can't say any more about it. So she made your Loki mascot? Okay, yeah, and she made me, it was a bunny and a carrot, I think. So, yeah. So, yeah, isn't that true, Riri? I mean, if you get to choose a way, that's the best way. Peacefully in your sleep, that's the way to go. So, okay. I just had some buffering. So, and check your settings, you guys. YouTube has totally been jacking with me and my settings lately. This morning at Dee Dee's, every time I turned around, it seemed like I was back at 144, whatever that lowest one is. Hi, Lane. You have a kitty from her. So, see, we all have cool things that she made for us to remember her by. So that's cool. Internet problems. Bummer, Dorothy. You had buffering too? Right now I'm fine. Can we send something somehow? See, I don't know. Other than on Twitter and having her address, I mean, I suppose if you guys want to send cards or something to her family, I don't know who she lived with, if her address would even be before I say that, nope, do not send me anything because I don't have her address unless I have it under something else. Hang on, let me look if I have it under something else. No, I don't have her address, so I can't even forward stuff for you guys. YouTube is doing a test to find out how ticked off we get now. Okay, well, that's always good to know. Elaine. No, not Elaine. Lane, my neighbor, Amy and Lane. Yeah, Dee Dee might have it. No, it's Lane, my neighbor. Elaine used to be my neighbor, but now it's Lane, my neighbor. Lane and his wife, Amy. Amy sometimes comes to chat. She might be here next Monday. But yeah, Lane, his dad. Oh, just talking about a couple of deaths that we heard about, Dorothy. Kia, Jillian, passed away peacefully in her sleep. And It's okay. And then Lane's father. Hey, Dee Dee. So we've got about 30 people now. So we can probably do something other than sit here and talk about stuff that's bound to get us bummed out. All right, let me start with, I mentioned it at Dee Dee's this morning. I've been drawing people lately because of, hi Amy, because of Kathy Arbor's classes, right? And I posted one on Instagram, and my great niece contacted me and said, would you draw my son? He's about 7, 8 months old, something like that. I'll pay you. And I thought, like you, I would make my niece pay. So I told her, no, I would be happy to try it. I don't know how well I'm going to do, but I'll be happy to try it. So, hi, Gail. So I told her to send me a few pictures and see which one I thought was good, showed his features really well. And she sent me this one. Well, she sent me 4, but this is the one that I chose just because it showed his whole face and all of his features so well, and he's so cute. This little kid is so cute, and of course she's gaga. She shows pictures of him all the time on Instagram and Facebook. So I went ahead and I drew, and this one's not complete. Well, I've got 3 going and none of them are done yet, okay? But take a good look at this, Dee Dee, because this is my first attempt. His name is Jeremiah, and he is a cutie pie. He is absolutely adorable. He has the cutest expressions ever. So I must have bumped my camera because it's okay. So Dee Dee, I'm going to ask you, if I send you photos of these, would you just give me some feedback? Tell me what I need to do. This one, I think his skin tone is a little bit light. Maybe not. But I know I've got some more shading to do. His eyes are not done. Robert thinks his mouth is too smiley, that I need to square that off a little bit. I did end up liking the way his clothes turned out. I'll move it up so you can kind of see. I like the way his little suit turned out. Eyebrows. Oh, yeah. I need to do his eyebrows thicker. Robert told me that too. But babies are funny because they have little tiny hairs that leave a shadow over here. And you know they're going to grow in darker later. But little babies just have funny little eyebrows and not much lashes. Like, he has dark lashes, but he's going to be a dark-haired baby, undoubtedly. So thank you, Dee Dee. So then I thought, okay, if I do one for my great niece, my niece is going to get her panties all in a wad. So I started another one last night. And the thing I thought about this is, and I measured like up, down, across, I measured everything. And it just seems like I've got his face thinner, that he looks a little bit older than he does in this. And I don't know what I've done wrong. I've done it upside down. I've done it every way. So I went ahead and I started another one last night. And I used a little bit different skin tone. And I, of course, erased a couple of the highlights so I don't goof them up. But I think I got his mouth more correct in this one. And I've darkened his hair a little bit. The shadows will make him look older. Okay, yeah, babies for sure, because their little faces are fat. They don't have, in this, the light is hitting him dead on, straight in his face. So he's got, highlights up here on the end of his nose, his little cheeks, and on his little chin. So this is going to be one will be for my great niece, one will be for my niece, right? So that's what I spent yesterday. Well, I've been working on it off and on for a while, but yeah, I'm not unhappy with the results. And I haven't started this. Dee Dee, see, when I'm doing stuff like this, Dee Dee's in my head talking to me. Like, I can hear her in my head. So I thought, well, just for the fun of it, I think I'm going to sketch one out, and I'll send 2 to my great niece. I'm going to do this one because I thought this was so cute, and there's absolutely nothing cuter, in my opinion, than a baby right out of the bath. So I'm going to do this one, and I gridded it, and I'm going to do him on tone tan. So Dee Dee, I'm going to call you in a little while when I'm off stream and get some advice. Right ear is a little lower than the left. Yeah, it's his angle. It is, his ear is, in fact, his right ear is lower than his left. So if I draw this, if you look at the graph, that goes right across the top of his right ear, and this ear sticks up half a grid. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try it on the tone tan, just because I've done others, but I've only done graphite. Hi, Jilly. So yeah, I'm going to do this one of him all wrapped up in his little towel and send it to her. Of course, these won't get done until probably after the, well, I might get them done this week, but we'll see. So that's what I've been doing art-wise, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I don't feel a lot of pressure because I pretty much warned her that if I don't like them, I'm not going to send them. But I will send them regardless, and she can decide if they look like her kid or not. And then the only other thing I did was the other day, Kathy Arbor, sometimes she comes into the stream, and she did a paint along the other day. Just, this was like quick, and it's out of the Claudia Nice book. Let me see if I have it here. I think it was the Painting with Watercolor Pen and Ink. This book, I think it was out of here. Anyway, I didn't get the book out. I had the book. I could have gotten the book out. This was it. And mine doesn't look very much like the original, right? But it was fun as all get out. I enjoyed it. I love doing paint-alongs. The only problem with paint-alongs is I look at the computer screen and I look down at what I'm doing, and my glasses jack with me really, really bad. So, but I did that, and artistically, that's about all I did. I love Claudia Nice books. I want more. And I did not order any books this morning, Dee Dee. Believe it or not, I did not. Doesn't mean they're not in my cart. I just didn't hit the checkout button. They are tricky, Gail, to do the paint along. Thanks, Lena. Hi. It is with my glasses. You have 7 more coming from Amazon. I'm going to order a bunch, I think. I really am. I have not bought myself not one single thing other than food for Christmas. I have not bought myself a gift for Christmas, so I probably am going to be ordering something. Maybe I'll wait until after the Christmas sales. How about that? Eileen, I wanted to tell you that I have not gotten your journal in the mail, and I'm so mad at myself because I went to the post office the other day to mail a box to Dee Dee. Dee Dee, Bud's books and your mother's Winka Stella will be there Thursday. So, and I didn't take your journal. It's sitting here. Something got on top of it. So, yeah, your journal is still sitting here, Eileen. But I'll get it. I'll get it. And then last week, Dee Dee showed you guys a box she had gotten from Norma. And I got a big box from Norma. And she had totally duct taped it in green and red duct tape in stripes. Getting into that thing was crazy. I am a mess, Eileen. I'm going to buy some books, Riri. Don't worry about that. I am. But I got a box from Norma. And look what she sent, Eileen. Pay attention. She sent me like the coolest T-square I think this is like the one I looked at Hobby Lobby. This one's big. It's going to have to go on my drawing board. But yeah, that's why the box had to be so big, because she had to fit this huge ass ruler in there. That is like, this is more like a weapon than a ruler, right? This could literally be a weapon. So I love it. I love it a lot. Oh my God, she's lost her mind. Maybe. She knew she'd make me happy. The ruler to rule them all, no lie. And then she sent me this plaque for the wall. A day at the lake restores the soul. So for me, that's perfect because I'm on a lake, and it will probably hang out in my breezeway. So you see it when you come in my house. No, I put all my lake stuff out in the breezeway. And then she sent me, which she always sends me, chocolate. And I didn't let Robert have this yet. Speak of the devil, he just walked in. But now that he's seen it, he can have it. Some of it, not all of it. So, Norma, thank you so, so much. And then she sent me, like she sent Dee Dee, one of the Tim Holtz binders, the worn binders. I've looked at these a million times, and I never, ever bought one. But I think they're really cool. I mean, I love them. And then inside, she inserted some of her jelly plate painting papers and more. So, Norma, thank you so, so much. Yeah, I love seeing what other people have done. Robert's reading a newspaper behind me. Oh, Eileen said, hi, my sweet Robert. Say hi, precious.
Say hi, precious. How's my Eileen this morning?
So, yeah, these are cool. These are way cool. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use it for a glue book. I'm not sure. I just think it's cool. I like it a lot. So thank you, Norma. Appreciate it. It's got its own little belly band here. And then I also got from Xandra. I've been teasing Xandra about these monkeys. I'm going to move this book. She sent me the Law's Guide to Nature Drawing and Journaling, which I was very happy about. It's a cool book. I don't know, did she show it? I've seen somebody else show this. What did Dee Dee say? He needs to say precious like Gollum. We wouldn't even know that. Anyway, I'll try and pull the camera up so hopefully you can see more of the book. I think I need to pull it closer to me. Let the leg catch up. Not me. Don't have that one. Yeah, I like the mushrooms too. So I'll flip through it real quick. Project where I want it to. All right. So I opened up to the mushrooms. Yeah, I like the mushrooms too. In fact, I drew some of those in the Beast the other day. So here's the mushrooms, Eileen. And it does give you like helpful little hints, like mistakes that you would make when you're drawing mushrooms. Which would be the correct. This mushroom is correct because see how this one, the spines or the ribs, whatever you call those underneath, are coming out from that end, when really you'd only see part of them because they all go toward the center. So just helpful little hints like that. Yeah, they do look good enough to eat, right? So yeah, this will be good for sketching and watercoloring. I don't know what's at the back. Let's start at the back. How to do watercolor skies, crashing waves in watercolor. So it's got watercolor. I'm excited about this. Entire scenes. You were just bumped to 144. Okay, think I'm at 720, so it just bumped me down a little bit. Yeah, check your settings. If your picture goes to hell in a handbasket, I don't know why Facebook does that. And I do believe it's Facebook. I do believe it's YouTube that is doing that. I don't know if it's a periodic method of managing resources. I don't know. I really don't. How to draw trees near and far, all the rooms. This is a really big book, you guys. It's got a lot of junk in it. A lot to read. Bilaterally symmetric flowers, dense clumps of flowers, solutions and shortcuts, which are always useful, complex shapes. I like books that show you how to break down that complex shape. I mean, I'd eventually get it, but when they show it just quick like that, it's like, well, duh, that makes sense. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, why didn't I? So, but these are the kind of books I really, really enjoy. So, Zandra, thank you so, so much. And in the book, or in with the book, were these monkeys. And I was teasing her that they were in the box bawling their head off because they missed her so much. And she said, oh my gosh, they said that wouldn't be delivered until I don't know when. And I told her they delivered it early because the monkeys were being troublesome. So I got little monkeys that I put on pencils. So they'll be living right here next to me for the rest of my life. Red monkeys. So we'll keep flipping through the book. And that's all I have to show because I literally have bought nothing. Even when I went shopping the other day, I was just not in the mood to shop. Food. That's all I buy. Food. Because Robert eats from the time he gets up until the time he goes to bed. Right, Robert?
What?
You eat from the time you get up until the time you go to bed. Probably. I've not ever drawn much birds either. So I thought when I was flipping through this, when I got it, I thought, you know, I ought to try to draw some birds. Because I really never drawn many birds. Don't know why. I draw birds in the sky with like a V. But yeah, I think there's lots of useful information in here. It is a beautiful day here, you guys. And we're supposed to have like 2 weeks of really, really beautiful weather. So I'm psyched about that. No white Christmas for us. Eileen, if you answered me, I missed your answer. Are you getting flooding? You yourself? Because I don't know if you're in Broward County or not. Isn't that nice? There's nothing better than a well-loved watercolor palette in my world. Like that, to me, is just yummy. How could you not love a well-loved watercolor palette? So, if you like it, go ahead and buy it. It's a good book. Really good book. The Law's Guide to Nature Drawing and Journaling. And see, I love this kind of journaling. Kathy Arbor showed it the other day. What is it? Daily journaling or something like that. I don't know. I have the book. No, you're in Palm Beach County. No flooding that you're aware of. Okay, good. You got a huge box today? Yeah, it is. Fat like a brick. Yeah, it feels substantial, and I like that. I don't know why Robert walks in the house and hands me the mail. Like I could do something with this right now. Now I don't even know what the hell to do with it. Okay. So that was my Christmas gifts from some of the fibs. And of course, I've gotten tons of cards from you guys. Thank you so much. You're all very talented, and it's always nice to be remembered. So thank you. Hey, Brenda, you're driving down to Southern Indiana, a 6-hour drive tomorrow and back Friday. Yeah, I'm glad you got good weather to do it in too. Because a 6-hour drive in crap weather could be just horrendous. Merry Christmas from Amazon. Jeff loves it. And who wouldn't? All right, so in preparation, and actually Lena kind of sparked this idea. I've thought about it for a long time, but Lena kind of got me off dead center. Was Dee Dee had shown this book from Linda Berry, and she has another one. This is her newest one, Making Comics. And I think Paula showed it first. And of course, then I had to go buy it. And I have read the entire book, every word in it, cover to cover, looked at all the drawings, cover to cover. And this kind of sparked Dee Dee to, she's going to launch it New Year's Eve morning, I think. Yeah, Paula showed first. For each of us to come up with a composition book theme where we do our own theme in a composition book. I'm excited about it. And so I flipped through this again, and one common theme throughout this book is a lot of really cool borders, you know, so you can fill up your pages and stuff like that. And I thought, well, let's just go ahead and create our own book for reference. So you might want to spend the next couple minutes getting out your Society of Idea Collectors notebook or some blank paper or something that you can draw on so you can draw along with me. Kimberly says she can't wait. I'm really excited too because I know what my theme's going to be. I've been collecting up stuff. The only thing I've actually done in my book is number the pages, and I did one quote on the inside cover. So, and I haven't inked it yet or anything. I just wrote it out. So when it came to my mind, I thought, I got to write that down. But I know me, if I write it down one place, when I go back to want it later, it won't be where I think it is. So, yeah, we're just going to do some drawings today. And I thought I would go ahead and, you know, like she's done these watercolor, whatever. And I just got out some of the inexpensive, quick watercolors. And I use these on the couch a lot in the Beast. I love them. They're really expensive. Really inexpensive. I mean, like they're dirt cheap. So you can draw them in pencil or watercolor or whatever. I'm going to try and do just watercolor and ink and pencil. So, but this is kind of where this whole idea was generated from. I won't copy hers out of her book. I have some ideas of my own. I've drawn borders for 100 years. But for my birthday, I bought myself, copying Dee Dee because I want to be just like her when I grow up. Oh, that's a good question, Dee Dee, because if she can't, I'll send her one or send her 10. No, I don't care. But anyway, I bought myself this totally cool navy. I think it's navy. Why didn't they put their name on it? And I don't have the box here. But anyway, I think it's navy. Journal, leather, off of Amazon, and it's just delicious. Oh, and you guys, I had a meltdown the other day. I thought I lost my brown traveler's notebook. You got one? Okay. Yeah, I thought I lost my original Midori. Like I have the real Midori, not the, like this is the real Midori, made in Thailand, the real one. The one that when it came, it smelled so dang good. I could not find this. I tore my house apart. And just like Eileen's little book that I haven't sent her, something was sitting on top of it and I couldn't see it. I had torn this place apart. But anyway, I haven't used my Navi book yet. So I thought, okay, I'm going to start a book in my, because this is a very unique book. I don't have any like it. I have some similar, more narrow, taller, whatever. This one is a one of a kind. So I'm going to use one of the books out of it to start our borders. And when I start a new journal, I almost never use the first page. I don't know why. I just don't. So I always move it in one. Now I'm going to have to change my position. The only thing that might make drawing borders a little bit simpler, and if you have it, is grid paper. Oh, sorry. My camera really doesn't like blank paper. You found a spiral bound A4 size. Okay, so you're going to use a different kind of journal rather than comp book. I don't know, Lena. You almost need a comp book. Hi, Kathy. Looks like it can hold the moleskin books. It's nice work. I haven't drawn on this yet, so I'm kind of excited just to use a pen on it and see how it works. So I think I'm going to start with just, and this is going to unnerve me, you guys, that I don't have straight lines to draw on, because I'm tempted to almost get out grid paper or dot grid paper or something so that I have straight lines to work with. And if I get out my ruler, I know Eileen's going to have a conniption fit. So I'm just going to have to already wing it, I guess. Oh, you already started it up with focus on a fictive cartoon, The Wise Ant. Oh, good on you, Lena. I'm not going to get out the ruler. I'm going to try my hardest not to get out the ruler. Now, Eileen, I cannot guarantee that I won't get out the lettering guide. Okay? If you have a lettering guide, I would say, and I'm going to use a ruler. Just screw you. If you want to go take a nap, go take a nap. There. Now I've just said it to her. And some of them I may do in pencil before I ink, and you're just going to have to get over it. But not all. She's such a pain in the butt. Okay, so to me, we're going to start really simple, and I'm going to put borders at the top of my, okay, and I'm going to pull the camera down. I want the, No, I'm undecided about my pen, you guys. Hang on, I'm going to get a new hybrid Technica, I think. Or which one's this? This is a 05 blue black ink. I have a new favorite pen, you guys. I didn't order. No, I use it. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I get weird about my pens, which y'all know. So, and I buy them by the box. Okay. So I feel better now. Sorry. Oh, this one, the lettering guide. I think you can still buy them on Amazon. I'm going to give it a title first. Like, I would still know it's borders, but I'm still going to do. And poor Eileen is, I know she's just having a fit now. She'd rather my whole house be a mess. But no comp books in Virginia? No, you can get a comp book anywhere in America. Walk into Walmart. Okay. And the fact that I didn't use a ruler might make me a little nervous, but we're not going to get nervous about it. Okay, so we'll just start with some really simple ones, obviously. Probably the simplest border would be a dashed line. And if you did that in your whole book, I mean, it would tie your whole book together, right? And I didn't measure how far apart they are. Can you guys see that? Is it? Puts down her comp book thinking. What's the matter, Dee Dee? All right. And there's probably tons, like if you just came up with that idea, you know, like your next idea could almost be just do that same thing, only put double lines, you know, like a bunch of equal signs. The next one I could think of would be dash dot. And look at me, I'm not using a ruler, Eileen. Dash dot. Because we're going to start with really simple ones and hopefully work up to more complex as I can think of them. And I got a couple books out if I run out of ideas. But, you know, I think because we have to do the whole comp book in, what, about 90 days, Dee Dee? All this to draw some borders. Eileen, go pound sand. I put out the ruler and pencil, must be since ages. Eileen, are you and Janet sisters? Hi, Desert Nana. We are evil twins, Desert Nana. I'm the nice one. She's the evil one. And use a ruler to make sure. You know what? In real life, Eileen, I would do that. I would use a ruler to get the dots even. She's older and meaner than me. Yeah. Just so you know. Okay, now we're going to use those same sort of things. It's easier if I have this to draw a straight line, Eileen. Just get over it, would you? And what I would do in real life, but I can't take her abuse, is I'm going to go ahead and draw like the whole line and then just put circles in there. But I would actually use a template like this and get the circles absolutely perfect. But I know that's going to bother Eileen, so I'll go back and do that later. And I would make sure that they were evenly spaced. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It drives her crazy. Oh my God, the circles thing, ink. Yeah, you got to have your tools. These are tools of the trade that you need. You should use them. And if this one isn't big enough, you can always get out this one. And I have a bigger one too. It's pure cheating. Okay, Dee Dee's going to make a rule on this. Dee Dee, is that cheating? And actually, I should be using this bigger pen for the circles because it would be quicker than that needle point. So look at, with just a line and circles, you've already got 3 quick borders. And what I started to say earlier is I'm trying not to get too complicated because we've got to fill up a whole book, right? But I want to see if you're still doing that in 2 months. Yes, I will be. I will be, Dee Dee. I will be this picky in 2 months. You know me, I will be. Or I'll throw the book away and start over. And then again, you know, like, I don't know, I'll just draw quickly. Another one I like to use, and I'm not going to use a ruler this time, Eileen, so you can look. Go unwad your panties real quick. Just like 3 lines, circle. These can look way cool in a book. Like those braids that Linda Berry shows in her book. Where's that book? Like this braided part right here. To sit down and figure that out is going to take a whole lot longer than doing dashes and dots, right? So that's why I'm trying to come up with easy ones for you guys. Because doing that braid, that's not going to be easy. And in 3 months, you won't be wanting to do it. And look at this one isn't perfect. Will I lose sleep over it? I might. Oh, one thing, since I've never used this paper before, I need to check in the bleed. Because whenever I start a new journal or something like this, usually at the back of it, I try and do ink testing. And this one has a shadow but no bleed, so that's okay. You have a stencil for that braid? Well, there you go. Just make a stencil. All right, what else? Do we want to get more complicated now? Well, and another thing you can do, and Eileen will get over it or she won't, and we're not going to worry about it either way. My circles aren't the same size. Look at that's already annoying me. Here's another cool one. Oh, another thing I got out to show you guys, depending on how much time you want to spend, right? But these you can do quick. If you want a bolder border. Of course, Checkerboard, I use it a lot. I use it on every page of my Beast. We'll include it in here so it's in your collection, because if you keep this in your Society of Idea Collectors, then when you want an idea quick, it should be there just sitting waiting for you, right? Or if you see something in a magazine or a book or something, cut it out and slap it down in your book. And all I'm using right now so far is straight lines and circles. And I think if you include stuff like this, whether it's on a card, in your journal, whatever, it just makes it look more finished to me. And that's what I used to think about, you know, like, of course, making cards now has gotten so complicated with die cuts and everything else. Like if you just add those little end touches, like the finishing touch, it just makes it look better. Oh my God, if Janet serves Robert spaghetti, she makes sure everyone is mounted on top of each other perfectly. Not true. Not true. Now she's just sitting in chat making crap up to make me look bad. But that's not easy to do. What else? Let's see. The checkerboard, obviously. Okay, quick way to do a checkerboard. Because all I'm doing so far is just straight lines, right? And you can make one of these lettering guides really easy. I've shown you how to do it on stream before. Because I think they've gotten pretty darn pricey. The lettering guides have. And if Eileen wasn't here and watching me, I would actually measure this out. But I'm just doing it this way so that she can't bitch at me about anything. because I know she wants to. Next thing I know, she's going to be saying, those aren't evenly spaced. So tomorrow, believe it or not, is Christmas Eve, which I don't know. It seems like it kind of snuck up on me, probably because I don't do anything to celebrate, but it just like, is really tomorrow Christmas Eve? And then I think about Christmases when I was young, how we'd get so excited and we'd wake up before mom and dad were out of bed and sneak out and look at what Santa brought and open our stockings. And my mother made me a stocking every year of my life until the day she died. And I still have that stocking. So when I think of Christmas, that's the kind of stuff I think of. Okay, there you go. There's an unplanned checkerboard. You must have asked me for it, Eileen. I guess Sissy Poo came in. Hi, Sissy Poo, whoever Sissy Poo is. Is that somebody who has a name? Hi, Judy. Hi, Colleen. Okay, Shauna apparently is going to stream after me at 4:30. I may or may not stream until 3 today. I don't know. I actually feel better now that I'm streaming. Yeah. All right, now I'll use, let's see, which other one do I like? Trying to stay really, really uncomplicated to start here. What else? Straight line. Look at how crooked that is. Oh my God. Use a good pen when you do this. Series of X's. That was a rough start, but I'm doing good now. But those you could get done real quick. You guys done with your shopping? I didn't have to do any. I wrote checks. Another thing, and I was going to show you this. I'll forget by the time I get this done. I can't remember for 5 minutes what the hell I'm doing. Just a series of X's, and I don't know. I got it out. What did I do with it? Here it is. If you want to use your stamps, this is one of those designs that Xander showed it originally, and I just made this after she showed it. Was just to use your stamps and then draw the lines and the circles or the dots, whatever, around it. And when you get the whole page done, it looks way cool. I'll pull out a little bit so you can see it. I'll put it sideways. Thank you, Dee Dee. You want me to have a panic attack now? What the hell? Yeah, this thing by Z. I mean, and it was so simple. Honestly, this was so simple, you guys. Just to stamp it out, draw the lines, make the dots, boom. And it looks really cool, right? So, and Z may have seen it somewhere else. I don't really know. All right, what else could you do? Well, anyway, I guess what I'll say here is, I mean, with just dots and circles, if you did nothing but that, oh, this is making me nervous. There's quite a few that you could do very quickly and not have to get too complicated. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Because you can get about as complicated as you want. A design that I use a lot, and I'm sure if I've ever written you a letter or anything, I think I'll do it with, yeah, well, these stamps were actually Mary Engelbreit stamps. So yeah, I just picked out some of her smaller elements. When Z did it, she used like fish and shells and stuff like that. So you can kind of personalize it to stuff that you like. And I love Mary Engelbreit art. I love everything about Mary Engelbreit. I want to be famous and rich like her. But I think this next one I'm going to get out so you can start adding some color. I'm going to get out the Crayola Super Tips, and you can do this with really any. Hey, there's one of my threads. Golly, that goes in the other room. I thought I dropped one. I just wasn't sure. Okay, I will use, and again, before I do this, I'm going to test the ink on the back page. So you guys will now know exactly how utterly anal I am. Okay, I'm going to try my Papermate Flare first. All right. Looks about the same. I think it's going to bleed a little. So on this paper, I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. And Super Tip. Okay, I'm just going to have to be a little bit careful because it is going to bleed through. If it does bleed through, I just won't use the back side of the sheet, or I'll have to paste something over it. But a border that I love to use, I've used it for years and years and years, is just to draw any kind of curvy line. And I use the fine nip for the vine. And then I use Super Tip and just quickly draw the leaves. And you can do this border like really quick too. But this one goes really fast. That's why I use it on envelopes a lot, because I can do like the whole envelope in no time at all. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And because it just looks so cool after it's all done, you don't notice that it's not perfect. Of course, Eileen would notice. She'd get out her ruler and measure it, but not me. And I don't own this vine border, so feel free to use it. Now I'm getting away from straight lines and circles. When you introduce curves, now the world goes crazy. I probably will use this vine some in my comp book. I'm pretty sure I might. And then if you have, another thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to limit myself to what colors I use in my book too, probably. Thanks, Gail. Thanks, you guys. It's so simple. And then just draw the little curlicues, you know, the things that plants have to hang on to stuff. And if you have a darker green, go in and add vines if you want. You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want. Hi, Orla. Anybody I missed coming in? And then I usually will just add some dots of color in it. And since it's Christmas, I'm using red and green, but you can do purple or orange or anything else. And in little time, you've got a really cool little thing there, right? And you don't need expensive tools. Literally, I just did that with Crayola Super Tips. You can do it with anything that you have. So that's one I like. What other things would we have around? Oh, another theme. And this is very Mary Engel Brightish. And you can do it. I'll do it in color. What the hell? I'll use the same colors. Who cares? Who cares? I'm just trying to think how I do it. I would normally measure, but I'm trying not to measure so that Eileen only has to change her depends once or twice during this stream. Hi, Laura. All right. I'm kind of cheating, you guys. I'm measuring a little bit. So just draw some lines evenly spaced apart. And I'll use red again. I love Flair. Just doodling in color quickly right next to my desk. This one's really cute and sweet. Draw some hearts. And the breaks in your line. Add balls. Look at it, it's looking all Christmassy around here. So maybe I'm not a Grinch. And then you can either draw the leaves with this, or I'm just going to use the super tip again. I need a new set of super tips. Some of mine are getting pretty gnarly. And your leaves could face either way. Doesn't matter. I'm going to make them say that's the center one. This is the way I would do it, is I would pick the center of the page, put a heart in the middle, and then have the leaves going away from that center part. You know what I mean? And believe me, I'm doing this kind of fast. If you don't have a set of flares, save up your money and buy one. They're awesome. Oh, move up a little. I'm sorry. Thank you, Elaine. What did Kathy say? You would hire someone? Oh, I have a little bit of buffering. Okay, my buffering went away, so sorry. And this one, since I used the light green for the leaves, I'm going to go ahead and put veins in these leaves. And usually 2 or 3 colors is ample, and it makes it look really cool. And you could do that like really, really quick. Flares, Papermate Flare pens, they come in packages of tons of cool colors. This might be multiple packages because I'm pretty sure I own every flare pen that there is, but look at them. These are flare pens. They're felt tip. Some of them I've had to throw away because I dried them out. I used them up. There. See, this one I have 2 of. So I might have multiple packages in here. Those are flare pens. Papermate. Yep. They're awesome. And for most papers, they do pretty well. They don't bleed a lot. And that's one of the reasons I like Flare, is because they don't bleed a whole lot. They're not, okay, Brenda just said, a good warning. They are not permanent. They smear when they're wet. So one nice thing about that I showed you guys before is any pen that does that, you can use like watercolor. Just color it out like I've done this before. Where's my little trash paper here? But you can, let me get my brush out here, like color off onto any surface, like a sheet protector, something like this. You can pick that up and use that just like watercolor. Excuse me. You'll do your borders the quick way with washi tape. I probably won't. I might use a little bit of washi tape, but I will draw mine. Chances are. So yeah, that's a nice thing about like Crayola Super Tips or any water soluble ink. Turn it into watercolor. Hey, Scooby girl. Oh man, let me get something to drink. But Kathy, you know that book you showed the other day about journaling your day or something like that? I should go get and show you guys. You should learn to do some of these borders. Because if you're going to be journaling your day, you're going to want them. Do not encourage her, Eileen. Or Kathy, do not encourage Eileen. Maybe that's the way it should be. All right, what else? Well, obviously just a heart border with dots in between. I was looking for my red pen. And anybody can do these. I'm just trying to think of all the ones that I use periodically. Like when I write my granddaughters, I will typically try and draw a border either on the envelope or on the paper that I write their card or letter on. Just not the same if you slap down washi. You can put leaves on your hearts, turn them into flowers. And that doesn't take very long. I mean, you can sit and do this while you're watching TV. Now, how cool is that? Huh? What are we cheating on? Scooby, I'm just drawing borders today, kind of getting ready for Dee Dee's comp book challenge. Yeah. Because one of the things, you know, because this is kind of the book that sparked that whole idea. And one of the things Linda Berry uses in it is a lot of borders. Kind of ties the book together and everything. And I thought, well, if the Fibs did that in their own comp books, they'd realize when they're done at the end of the book, if they pick out some borders and use it and then use it over and over and over again, it kind of ties it all together. Do that while you have a cat in your lap. I just put my drawing board on top of the cat. Hi, Debbie. You did Christmas cards that way? Ended up looking like I was on a roller coaster? Well, I don't know about that. Let me think, what else? And if you're going to use color, now that I'm using color, I'm just going to go ahead and use color. What the hell? Why not? Another one that I use a lot, let me get purple out. I don't know what I've got in my throat, but it's very annoying. There's my paper. Yeah, that's all right. It's just really a squiggle line. I mean, you can do this one really fast, but if this appeared throughout your book, it would really tie your entire book together. Telling you. Oh my God, a drawing board too. So silly. I sit on the couch with my drawing board. In fact, on my couch, the drawing board is probably one of the things I use most. Thanks, Donna. Hi, by the way. She's drawing circles with extreme precision. No, my ruler isn't anywhere to be found right now. So just y'all quit bothering me. What's another one? You guys are really stressing me right now. You're stressing me to the max. But a lot of these just, and I think more than anything, it's having them all in one place when you want to go find. You know, if you're out of ideas, you don't know what to do, having a book of stuff like this, to me, invaluable. Invaluable. I use blue. Just a bunch of humps and then stick dots underneath. And you can use color to tie it all together. Color will also indicate season, like I did up here where it felt all Christmassy. So that's another thing, you know, think about, depending on what your theme is it color related so that you could tie it all together that way. I pulled you guys down so you could see Doodle reinforcing the Kappa thing. Video not directed at kids. Yeah, well, I always put in my titles now, not intended for children. Oh my God, that last border is so not straight. You know whose fault that is, Eileen? The fact that it's not straight? That's entirely your fault. Hey, look, we have Doodle Pro in here. Doodle Pro will support me. Hi, Doodle Pro. You can be my friend. Do not listen to Eileen. She's evil. You have Diane Reevely border stamps. But see, by the time, if I'm sitting there working on my book, to get out the stamps, to get out the stamp pad, that's one thing. I have a ton of border stamps too. The truth of the matter is, I don't use them very often. And then when they're just black and white, they're boring as hell. Galena comes in and says, I'll support you. Thank you, Galena. I'm doodling and drawing today, so of course you would. Do all the borders first. No, you got to design each page as you go. All right, and last one down here, let's think. Another one I do a lot that I like. And the fact that they're not straight, Eileen, if you think I'm okay with that, you're not. I'm practically having a freaking panic attack right now. And I hope you're happy about it. Is leaves. And these are not as tidy as I could make them. I could be measuring them. I should be measuring them. Oh, Kathy, are you paying attention? Kathy Arbor. You came in late. I want to show you something. Something you inspired, girl. You're a huge inspiration. You can color them in. You don't have to. Of course, I could probably draw finer if I didn't pick the biggest damn nib in the thing. Kathy Arbor's paying attention here? Okay. I got to find it now. What did I do with it? Okay, my niece, after I posted a couple of our homeworks where I was drawing people, thanks to your inspiration, asked me if I would draw her son. So I got out my pan pastels and I drew little Jeremiah Nicholas. And this was, and I gridded him. And there's the reference art. And that's what you inspired. Are you happy? Hi, Mary. Thanks, Debbie. So if you sometimes feel like people aren't getting it, girl, I'm getting it. So, and it's not done yet. I have some shading to do left and a couple corrections. But yeah, that's what you've inspired. So good on you. Thanks, you guys. I did. It just happened so quick, Kathy. You know, it was just like I had that flesh color down before I even realized it. And I did what Dee Dee does. Okay, see how it bled? I went over my my lines and just went back and erased them, and I love that. Merry Christmas to you, Mary. I'm glad you stopped in. But yeah, like the flesh was done in an instant, and then I could get into worrying about what color his hair was and, you know, what color his lips are and stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely inspired me to do something I can't say I wouldn't have done, but yeah. So thank you again. And this bled through a little bit. So now I won't use the backs of these sheets to draw on. If I find something in a book, a border, something that I want to paste in, I'll go ahead and paste it on the back of the pages where it's bled through, because that I don't like. I mean, I don't mind it. I just won't draw over it now. So go have a Merry Christmas, Mary. I have been too. My little dog is missing me. All right. I just thought of something. I'm going to go ahead and keep using the colors, but I'm going to use the narrow. Let's see. I think. I'm going to cheat here really quick, because I do want them straight. I don't care what Eileen says. She can change her depends as many times as she needs to if she's going to hang out with me. That's that. Robert's getting ready to wash something.
You what?
I said, you're getting ready to wash something.
Your car.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I started out with just evenly spaced dots.
You talking to me?
Nope, I'm streaming. I talk to the people that are sitting at their homes watching me waste their time. I'm talking to my friends who like to hang out with me, Robert Vaughn. I'm trying to break it down so you guys can see how easy these are. Maybe I need to pull the camera back down a little bit. I may need some with the Janet and Eileen interactions. Are we making you nervous? Fighting like we do? It's okay. Don't worry about it. And I honestly have doodled like this my whole life, you guys. I love to doodle, draw evenly spaced things in different colors. Like if you could have seen my notebooks at school when I was a kid, I'd have this stuff all over. That's an easy border, right? Hi, Crafting with Kristen. Yeah, you can come here, have a good time, and just not think about it. Listen to Eileen and I bitch at each other. Now I'm kind of into flowers. I have used up my, well, maybe this one's still right, so let me give it a go. Oh, those are almost the same color. Yeah, that'd be good. All right. Look away, Eileen. Eileen, go get coffee. Go to the bathroom. Do something. Just don't bug me. I don't know if any of you are doing use guys are doing flowers for your comp book, Dee Dee's comp book. That was one of my choices because I thought I would love to spend 3 months investigating flowers and plants. And so, but that's not my topic. Let me see, what color do I want? We'll do orange. And any of you guys can do this, so. I haven't had to get out a book and look anything up yet either, so that's awesome. Coming right out of my pea-sized brain here. Look at that, Eileen. Look at that. Oh, you got graph tents? I need to get mine out and play with them. You should do flowers instead of Disney movies and shows. I don't know. What book are you practicing in? It's a no, this is a little book, unique size. I don't have another one like it. It's about 6 7/8 by 4 7/8, and it might have even P measurement. I don't know those, but it's a fun little insert for a traveler's notebook cover. Where's my Navy cover, which I'll show. I ordered the Navy cover off of Amazon. They come in red and orange, I think. Dee Dee has the orange one. I have the red one. Very nicely well made little journal cover. And then you can take the books out and put them back in with an elastic binding system. So it's awesome. So I'm probably going to turn this into my stuff I want to keep book. One thing about doing flowers, Galena, the amount of material is endless. Where if you do Disney, I mean, can you honestly come up with 100 different I don't know. I'm just wondering, could you come up with 100 different? What other ones? Since we're using circles now. Yellow might be hard for you guys to see, but I've done this one before. Yeah, if you've never seen or used a traveler's notebook, I would say do not waste another minute of your life. Get your butt in the car, get on Amazon, go somewhere and find one. I am totally, totally addicted. I have several. Do some dangles. Okay, we can do dangles. I'm just going to do suns real quick because suns are always good. They fit in anywhere. But if you draw this book with me when you're done, you're going to have an awesome little book to look back on later. and to add to. Hell, this could be your composition book project. All the borders in the world in one place. Hello, who doesn't want that? I got the Dangle book out because it does have some really cool stuff in it. But these I'm trying to do quickly that you can just do out of your head, no thought. If you want to add a face to the sun, add a face to the sun. Mostly just to add more to your pages as you're working on them, right? Jingle, jangle, dangle. Dangles are better than straight line things. Well, I'm not done with this yet. I'm going to finish these out of my head first. And look at, I goobered on the paper. That bothers me. Goobers on my paper bother me. Look at, I didn't draw a straight line that time, Eileen. And these don't all have to be the same color either, you know. I'm just doing that more for expediency than anything. If you keep it all the same color, though, it will tie it all together better, I think. Make a line of goobers. Note to self, send Janet papers with goobers on them. Hello, Mark. I have enough aggravation with Eileen in the chat. You need to behave. Oh, you want me to turn the page back over? Well, one thing, Michelle, you can always, hi, by the way, you can always go back and catch the recording, you know? Do I really want to drive Eileen crazy? And it actually probably, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to erase my line here because now the line itself being there will annoy me. You guys really, when I talk about how anal I am about certain things, you really have no idea. And it's not a comfortable way to be. I wish I could overlook stuff like that. I really do, but I just don't, and I can't. So that's that. Trying to think, what other ones do I draw? Well, there's always the, well, it takes a little bit while though. I'm trying to do things that are pretty fast. Here, now I'm really going to piss Eileen off. I'm going to use Pissy Pink. Ooh, that one's dry. You can tell I use my Pissy Pink a lot because it's dry. Ouch. I've got a broken nail that keeps hanging up on things. And actually, a lot of these I think are just good exercises to do for drawing as well. You know, where you do evenly spaced, try and get your muscle memory and stuff like that. That's a really simple one, but it will tie your entire page together. All right, I'm going to clip that nail real quick before I tear it off and really hurt it. So give me just a second. Bye-bye fingernail. Now tonight they're all going to come off. I don't care. I don't mind monkey hands. But it was only a matter of time before that one came ripping off. Look at, now it's all gone. And that's another weird thing. I can't have just one finger without a nail. So they'll all have to go. What else? Thinking. Good checkerboards. Well, that one actually belongs up here with the straight line ones. If you don't want to spend a lot of time, pick a fun color with red. It's fun. When I get the dangles out, they're going to be a lot more complicated. I'm trying to just do really simple ones that you can use in your book and knock them out like really quick. Really, really quick. Another one is just words. I don't know who used to do that, but just cursive the words. Well, I can't think of the words right now, but yeah, just a cursive the words and go all around the page with the words. Now Eileen's having a fit. I'll start out with a simple dangle one. See, I don't necessarily like this one because it's hard to go down the page with it, but oh well. Yeah, I'll do the same color lines going down. That's just like the most basic dangle thing. And I showed the dangle book a long time ago. I'll show it again here real quick. In an ideal world, these would all be straight too. Know what I mean? Yeah, I'll show the dangle book here in just a second. They're a little bit more complicated and time consuming. So that's why I was just trying to do stuff that is really, really simple for you guys. Oh, another one I do all the time that's really simple. And it's kind of like the handwriting one. Let me get out that cool green that I like. It's just that around your page works really good. Arrows are good. And I'll show this dangle book so Eileen quits wetting herself. I've had this forever. I haven't drawn a dangle in forever. Hobby Lobby had this book. I don't know if they still do. I think Hobby Lobby's getting a lot better about switching out their books. I think they realize that if they get new books in, people actually buy them. I do. But yeah, I got this book out because it's got cool borders in it, or cool elements that you could turn into borders, you know. So I think part of the whole thing is when you're looking at stuff is just imagine it repeated across the line to create a border. Kind of like the vine coming down here. That's kind of what I do with my vine and flower one. A line with circles, add some additional color and elements. Like just this. If you just took this part of the book, I should have probably just opened it and started with this. Why reinvent the wheel, dumbass? I like that one. I'm going to add that to my book. But the thing about having it in this book and then another book and another book is if you're like me, a week from now, you're going to be sitting saying, oh, I saw that cool border design in some book, but I don't remember what book it was in. So, and a lot of times I may have this handy where I don't have the book handy. So, where was that one? I'm going to go ahead and draw that one because I like the teardrop one. I like that. And it's simple. You could do it really quick. Take your time. I'm going to draw right over that goober. Maybe it'll disappear somewhat. But this would be fun if you just drew it and then colored it in a separate color or picked two colors and alternated it, whatever, you know. I like that one. I like this circle one with the double circles and the lines in between. But something like that, like you got to just sit down and take your time to do it. Get out your embroidery books for doodles. That's probably a good idea, Joycey. I used to have tons of cross-stitch books that had borders in it. Hi, Kathy. Merry Christmas to you, and you're very, very welcome. Squiggly lines, straight lines, dots. I've gone over a lot of these. Look, I could have written a freaking book, and here I am just sitting here doing it for you guys. I like this one, too. I'm going to copy that one down. Get out the dark green. So, yeah, like as you're looking through your books, I think the easiest way to do that one would be just draw the curvy line and then add the elements going off. I mean, it doesn't get any more simple than that, right? You can add more if you want. Like that one. So yeah, just if you can envision them repeated. Oh yeah, I have an embroidery stitch Bible somewhere. Cool. All right, let's go back and look through the, without getting too dang complicated. I do this squiggly line one a lot. So if you've never seen this book, I'll flip through it real quick. I'll go from back to front though. And this was about creating decorative lettering. And honestly, when Dee Dee showed us this morning, I was like, okay, I'm going to do lettering on my show today. That's it. I want to play with lettering. But this is really a cool book. It gives you good ideas. I think it's a good way to loosen up your hand, to just draw some of the letters and some of the doodles. All right, any of these up here could be turned into a border. The only thing is they're not going to be fast. Like you're going to spend a little bit of time doing them. I suppose you could do them as fast or as slow as you want, really, and add as much detail or as little detail as you want as well. I like that one with the big bead in the middle. But yeah, here's some good ones. Oh, I like the Bumblebee one. We're going to have to include him. Yeah, I like the letters with the dangles too. The Bumblebee one, because that's really simple, and I'll try to simplify it for you guys. But the Bumblebee one, that bee's cute as heck. All right, Eileen, look away. Go get a cup of coffee. Don't pay attention to the girl on the screen. What's 7 p.m.? Does any know what time? Xander's streaming. Yay, 7 tonight, 7 Eastern. That's 6 my time. I'll try and get dinner ready. Okay, I drew that in pencil because I'll probably go back and, well, I know I will, erase it later. And now I got to find my pen. I'm going to use a 01 to draw the bees. Just a micron. These are waterproof, so I can go back and watercolor these later if I want. So I'm going to start out with a circle for the little bee's face and then draw the wings behind him. That's very cute. And then the next bee is a body, kind of an oblong. One wing on top, a little wing behind, an eyeball, and a stripe. Yeah, he's so cute. A bumblebee is going to be a good border. I forgot his eyes on this one. And then just alternate those designs. I picked out this pen and it's not a great pen. I wanted to use it because it is waterproof. I should have another good one over here. That one's not good. Too big a nib. You'd think with as many pens as I have, I could get one that freaking works. Hi, Jamie. Came in time just to see me throwing a fit here. And if this one doesn't work either, I'm giving up. I'm going to throw every one of these damn pens away and go get new ones. This one's not wanting to work real great either. It could be the paper. That's another thing. Oh, well, I'll just use my hybrid Technica. It's brand new. I know it's going to work good. And if you're doing this, you know, this is one of those things where maybe they should be all, you know, much the same. Try not to get in a hurry and goof it up. Too late. This would be really cute in your book, though, I have to say. The only thing I would do, I don't even know if bees have antennas, but I would add antennas to this bee here. He's stinking cute. See, now he's been in that Dangle book the whole time, and I didn't remember him. But now that he's in this book, I'll remember him. And I'm going to go in real quick and add some color to him with the these little watercolors. I love them because there's not much color to him, just yellow and light blue. So I could do this like in 2 seconds flat, right? Almost got ahead of myself there. I want to erase the line. And that's why I was wanting a waterproof pen. So I could come back in here. And the Hybrid Technica is water resistant. And if you let it dry for a couple days, it's never is waterproof, but it doesn't move that much. Not enough that you got to worry about it. And on these Superior watercolors, you get most of the bright colors in this set, but then it also comes in this little pastel set, which I like a lot. I added antenna. I don't know, do bees have antennas? That's something probably Eileen could go look up and she wouldn't bug me for a couple minutes. I don't know if bees have antennas or not. I added antennas. So I'm going to have a nice clean car tomorrow, or this afternoon. Now, see, this one is one that, in my opinion, would probably, I'd draw it once in the book or something, but I wouldn't probably repeat it because it's just more time consuming. So I don't know if I would repeat it over and over and over. They do have antenna. Thank you, APG Jamie. I told you the other day, Jamie, that every time I hang around with you, I get smarter. And look, it just happened again. You just proved my point, girl. All of these dangle ones, though, are really fun. They need to have antenna to find the right spot to bite you. I'm horribly allergic to bees. I haven't had a sting in years, but I don't carry an EpiPen anymore. My mother always had an EpiPen. I do not carry one anymore because I haven't been stung in 20 years, knock on wood, but it's wintertime here, so there's no bees. Now this one, this would be an awesome border. I would like that for the whole border. That one would be easy to do too. Let me just show you real quick. Don't be intimidated by these things. Where is, and I'm I don't even remember what the last thing you made me smarter about was, but I know it was something really valuable, and I was just like, I'm the luckiest girl to know her. I got up to get a new pen because I'm frustrated with my crap pens. If these, see, I've got a brand new set. If these don't work, that's it. I'm giving up. But these are brand new. This is like my to-go kit. And I know they're brand new. And they're just the Zig Millennium. I like the Zig Millennium pens. And this one I don't need a ruler, Eileen, because I think it's meant to be curvy. Oh, can't draw the line first. I'll draw it with pencil first. Got to draw your roses first. And it's just really a curly cue. And then draw one at its side. I'm more comfortable drawing curly cues that way. Don't know why. And then just draw the leaves. I love that. I'm going to watercolor this in just a minute too. Did I tell you guys I finished Downton Abbey last night? And I was really, really sad when it was over. I don't even know how many times I've watched that stupid show. But yeah, I was sad when it was over. Is Janet the only one who does dangles that don't dangle? I'm doing borders to use in your book today, Eileen. I'm turning the dangles into borders because I'm over the top that way. Oh, this number 8 is really a piece of junk. That one went right in the trash. Doing doodles, I think so too, Cheryl. I think doodling is so relaxing. I could sit and doodle all day. I do want to put those back in my to-go case, though. I do know that. Because believe it or not, sometimes I take it with me. Downton movie is out on demand. I still need to watch it. It is? Oh, I'm going to get it. I'm getting it. I didn't know it was already out on demand. I'm buying it. I want to see that movie, and then there's another one I want to see. I want to see No Safe Spaces. Is that what it's called? Dennis Prager's movie. No Safe Space. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Something very close to that. I want to see that movie too. And I am like theater phobia, kind of. So I don't like to go to theaters because they're dirty, filthy, germy, nasty places. But sitting on my own couch, yeah, baby. My popcorn doesn't taste as good, though. It's hard to get theater popcorn. And the stuff they say in the box that is theater popcorn, they're lying to you. It's not. I think there might be a Christmas special of Downton Abbey here. Oh, really? I love Downton Abbey. It's got so many ups and downs, you know, highs and lows. It's just, I don't know. And when we were, remember, Elaine, when we were watching it week by week by week, it was just like, oh, you could hardly wait for the next week to come. It's so much nicer to binge it. I don't know why people didn't think of binging TV long before now. Because I can literally sit down and turn it on in the morning. And I have a pause button if I need to do something, go get something to drink, whatever. Don't miss anything. Yeah. I love the whole binge thing. And I think next, somebody told me something to watch. It might have been Eileen. The Something Carol story. I've got it written down somewhere. That's why you need a book like this where you don't have to remember where you write crap down. Because you keep it all in one place. This kind of paper should work well with watercolor because you're not saturating the paper, so you shouldn't have buckles or anything like that. This is about how much watercolor I use in the Beast. Just a little bit here and there. Mrs. Maisel 3 seasons. I haven't watched the last season of Mrs. Maisel, but yeah, I like her. I like the actress. And I love her humor. The humor cracks me up. So it's $5.99 on Amazon. Oh, I'll happily pay that. What was it for Robert and I to go see Dinesh D'Souza's movie? I think it was close to $25 for both of us. I mean, but yeah, it was not cheap to go to the theater. That's for darn sure. All right, are you guys still playing along? I sure remember Downton. We discussed what should happen next week. I know. Yeah, I can't tell you how often, Elaine, I think of those mornings with Mary and how much I miss them. That was so nice when she would call in the morning and knowing I was going to go hang out with Mary and Elaine for an hour and a half. I did hear from Mary Epler the other day, Elaine. She called herself a bad friend. You're going to watch the Two Popes. Two Popes, what's that? Is it something I need to know about, Eileen? I'll write it down because now I'm really going to be in search of something to watch. I might save the down movie for Christmas Day when I'm just sitting around doing nothing. Yes, but gave up at the B. You gave up at the B? Oh, was that hard? You want me to go back and do more simple ones? Actually, I do like, I'll go back and do one simple one that I use a lot. And I'll use a color too. I use purple. What the heck? It's about two popes that shattered the church. That might be fun. Okay, here. Yeah, she seems to be doing well, Elaine. Yeah, I don't think we appreciated those mornings near as much as we should have. Imelda, I'm going to go back to a simple one now. It just popped in my head when I saw something in that Dangle book. Just draw it, and these don't even have to be straight lines. If you like crooked lines, do crooked lines. But just a line, and then I'll use something with a bigger nib. This will be, no, I don't. I use the light purple. I'll use this one. What the hell? And then just alternate dots above and below the line. That's a really fast one, and it can look really cool anytime you use it. It looks cool if you can keep them evenly spaced, but I can't do that with Eileen in the room. It really gets her nervous, and she starts acting like a really unreasonable wench. So yeah, that's another really easy one. It almost looks like, what was that stuff called? The Swiss dot or something like that. You're welcome, Imelda. All right. It was this one here that made me think of that. Of course, triangles or anything like that. Anything with checkerboard is awesome. Use it a lot. Circles, just a line of circles. And then, you know, like this one where they're spaced close together, this one where they're spaced a little bit further apart and open so you can add color. So even some of these that we've done, you can use variations of those any number of ways. But I think if you stay with the same kind of just theme, your entire book will look good all together. Like, look at this border. That one shouldn't be too hard to do. Let's see. Do a curly Q. Line, circle, line, curly Q. So even sometimes the most complicated ones are not complicated at all. So, and I think I brought out another book here. I'll get out in a minute. This one's really cool. We're going to try and do that one because that one looks complicated, but it's really not. Okay. Let's get out the 8. I'm going to do a little bit bolder line and do it curvy up and down. And these can be as much curvy or as little curvy as you want, right? Draw a circle at the tops and bottoms of the little humpy-doos. Humpy-doos is a technical term that you'll read in technical books all over the world. But you're going to be one step ahead of everybody else because you've already heard it. Now I'm going to use a, now this is the one thing. is I used like an 8-point nib for that one. For the little decorations, I'm going to drop down and use the 1-point nib. Draw a teardrop shape going straight up and 2 off the side. That's cool. I like that. And I would do all the ones going across and then probably flip the book upside down. You know what? I just goofed up because that should have been going that way down into it. All right, I goofed up. I'm going to fix it now. Pay attention. But I guess you could do it the other way too. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that the border stays kind of the same width all the way across. Yep. Now Eileen's going, pay attention. But see, that one looks way more complicated than it has to be. Stop being cruel to Eileen. Dorothy, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now I've heard everything. You're calling me the cruel one? OMG, I've heard it all now. I take so much grief from her. I'm flabbergasted. I don't even know what to say. A Christmas ceasefire. No, that is not going to happen. We're not doing a Christmas ceasefire. People would get the wrong idea. Don't you know? So see, that one looks really complicated, but it's really just a series of drawing the same shapes over and over. So that one's cool. I like that one. And it would look good in any color. So a lot of the dangles and well, Zentangle, actually, the whole entire art itself looks very complicated, but when you break it down, it's just like so easy. Dot is just trying to get back on Santa's nice list. Well, she's going to have a long, long wait, Lena. A long wait. Lena, are you drawing these? Are you writing them down? And I love these flowers. I'm not sure how I would turn that into a border, but the book is upside down. All right, we're going to flip through here, let you finish looking at this, and I'll look at the other books that I brought out. I need to play more in my books. I don't play with my books near enough, you guys. This is the coolest book, and what, I used it a couple times when I very first got it. I want to draw that and watercolor that. That's beautiful. A rose mandala. I don't know how to pronounce that, actually. And of course, you can always go online and look up borders. And if you fall into the Pinterest hole, there's probably enough borders on Pinterest to keep you busy for the rest of your life and fill up your book 10 times over. You did the Bumblebee and it's cute. It is. I like that little Bumblebee one. So see, now you've got it in a place that you'll always remember it. Same with the curvy lines in the hearts. I've done that one before. I like that one. And if you forget, you can always come back and watch the recording of this. And then this is just all the alphabet, how to draw the alphabet. I think when we did the stream, didn't I on stream one time do people's letters? That's what that tracing paper was. I went ahead and traced people's letters. And we dangled them for them. That was probably for Eileen. See, Dorothy, that's probably because I was being nice to her that day. And look where it got me. So yeah, this is a cool book with tons of stuff in it. What else have I got here? I got a few little things out. Oh, another one that I've done that I love a lot is the ones. Have you guys seen the now this one I would use I would use my little template for, so I'm going to try and find my little template, but it's gone now. I've lost it because I didn't put it back where it belongs because Eileen got me upset. Here's my lettering guide. All right, I'll just use a different one. Yeah, this one will work. I don't know what made me think of this. Look at how crooked that one is. Ugh. Oh, well. If you've got a little template with squares or something, I'll go ahead and use... Nope, I'm going to watercolor, so I want to use this one. Pick out a size box, and this could be as big or as small as you want. And you don't have to use a template. I just do because I like to annoy Eileen. I'm going to move it in so I can draw a bobble at the end of it. What word am I going to write in there? Actually, it doesn't even have to be a word. I love using my little templates too. And I know it's driving Eileen crazy. Oh my God, you have a template for everything. I want to see your mashed potatoes on a plate template. I do have a lot of templates. I will agree with you there. I have a lot of templates. You have to remember what I did for a living, Eileen. I used all this stuff like in real life to make money. Only there came a time where I would have done this on the typesetting machine. I wouldn't have done it by hand. But when I started, I was doing all this stuff by hand. I'm just going to do an alphabet. So you could actually do any message you want in here, but I'll just do the alphabet to show you guys. And then I'll leave a space to show you how I would do between the words. Okay. Yeah, I keep using that. Okay, draw a series of boxes like that. And let's say when I had a baby bracelet when I was little. Yeah, too many for that. I'm just going to do the alphabet. But they were little beads. That said my name on it. And they gave them to you at the hospital. I still have mine. I almost started writing Halverson as I was talking about it. And then in between the blocks, draw just like little curved letters that connect, or curved lines that connect them. And when you're done, it looks like a little bracelet. I like that one. Now this one's a little bit more labor intensive time, but it looks really cool when you're done, especially if you use color. And then like draw a heart and connect it with a bead. So it's more like a bracelet than anything. And you could make that just like go on for flipping ever, you know? You guys got the idea, right? Anyone, what is Patty Tully Parrish's store name on Etsy? I don't know. Now you want to go to Hobby Lobby? I wouldn't go anywhere near any store for any reason today or tomorrow or anytime in the near future. If you need something, Amazon. Amazon is your answer. Now we're just going to pretend these little letter blocks are white, and we'll give them just some little blue shadow here on each of the edges. You'd be surprised what a difference just a little bit of color like this will make. Another thing I need to get out and use, Eileen, is our clear color markers. Somebody said, oh, I think it was Kathy Arbor was showing the big brush markers the other day. And I think she brought up this the same time. And I was just like, I have all that stuff. Why don't I ever use it? I just dropped something. I have to find out what I dropped. Oh, my extra brush there. I know. It's like, why did I buy that stuff if I'm not going to actually get it out and use it? It's annoying as hell. Now, just because it's going to be quicker, I'm going to color the little beads in between them. Just on the edges, I'll leave the white in the center so it looks like a highlight on the bead. But if I really liked Eileen, I could make this little bead. I've actually done this for addresses on letters to my grandkids a lot too. Turn their names into these little beads. So just use your imagination. Dee Dee says we all have one. We just need to use it. So that's a cool thing because you could literally write anything. It doesn't matter what your subject is for your comp book. You literally could write anything along the edges. You know, if you, whatever. I almost said something that I could use for my thing, but I don't want to do. Emoji template. I'm such a dork. You are, Lena, and you are like the most lovable dork. So there you go. Oh, another one that I've used before. I've never done it in color, I don't think. Maybe I have. Let's just try it. What the hell? Just draw a series of curvy lines like this. This pen's had seen better days. I'll take another one then. Looks like little atoms. I use that one a lot. Only I would add probably a lot more green lines. Let me get out the lime green in here and see if I can add more. They're just going to be different weights. I don't care for that, but that's all right. We're going to do it anyway. That one works good. I'll pull this back. I feel like I'm not in camera. Bye, Terry. Go have a good afternoon and Merry Christmas. Let me see. I got the Dangle book. I showed you guys that. Guess we could look in that and see if there's any of hers. I did get out a clip art book that is contemporary small frames and borders to see if there were any in here that we could easily draw. I haven't looked at this in years and years and years. These obviously you used to use for print art, cut them out and but I actually used to make resistos of these and use them. So I know some of you are thinking, are you kidding? I used to do layout and design, so you use this crap a lot. The pencil ones are kind of cute. I like the pencil ones. Not loving any of these. These are more for print work. I do like, and I thought I might use these photo boxes in my book to showcase some of the different things that I'm going to put in it. So actually, I'm going to bookmark this page because I think I might want to use that technique in my book. Yeah, resistos. They called them resisto proofs. They were on a special kind of paper, and they were what you would produce for the client so that they could mark it up and edit it before you went to final print. It was the final proof before printing. Yeah, I'm not loving any of those, so that's caca. Other than that photo frame, which I like a lot. And then I got out some of my lettering books that have cool borders. The ABCs of creative lettering. See if they have any borders in here. I swear, I hardly ever pick up a book in my house, an art book especially, where I haven't tucked something I was, practicing on in the back of it somewhere. I rarely pick up a book. All right, here's a border that she drew. Well, I kind of came up with one the same like that. Oh, the sewn one, that's always a good one. We'll put that in our book because that one's really, really simple to use. And a lot of this is just having it in a place so that you can remember to use it. Eileen's going to crap, but we're using a straight line and we don't care. Look at that. Is that straight line not flipping awesome? It is. Wipe off the edge of your ruler, though, or the next time you use it, you're going to get blue. All right. Now we're going to use a darker blue to do the little bit of stitching. And I do better if I pull my pencil toward me, so. And they don't have to be perfect because stitching is not perfect. And I like on the end of the corners how she included, and I'll draw one on down here. I mean, that's about as simple as it gets. And then she had gone ahead and done a patch. Which is kind of cute. Kind of cute. Eileen probably isn't even going to be doing the book with us, you guys. So she doesn't care about any of this. I'm excited to start it. I really am. I think it's going to be an incredibly great creative outlet. Because you can totally make it your own, right? your imagination, your everything. So I think it's going to be an awesome outlet. Bye, Joycey. You just got the notification that I've been streaming for 29 minutes. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so that one was really a simple one, just as something as simple as a stitch. This is the same way, just a border with lines through it. But see how that page looks just so much better in a border? That's what I think. You like it too? You miss that kind of journal? Yep. So I'm excited. Here's one just border. I'm going to write that, put that one down because I like that. I'm going to use my just kind of like a long rectangle and then fill it with dots, random dots, which is awesome. And mostly it's the reason I'm doing this is so that it's all in one place. So when I'm thinking about, okay, what do I want to add to the page? I have a place to go look for, oh, I've got that border idea book that I can go search out. So they don't have to be fancy. They can be really, really simple. But I won't have to sit around and wonder, you know. In these books, there was a whole series of them where they did this like resistor writing or something like that. I love them. And then they showed you projects to make with them, which I never did. Here's Curly Q. I like that one. And I kind of did that to some extent with one of them, didn't I? Yeah, with this one. But you could do that so many different ways. Look at us. We've almost got 3 pages. But really, while you're sitting watching Dee Dee or watching one of the rest of us stream, this is always a good one to do too. I'll pick out 2 colors. Let's see. A thick and a thin line. And then echo it around. And then on this, I probably would go ahead and add another color and add some dots around it. But even just doing this is kind of just being creative, just doing whatever. Definitely a lot lighter than drawing a portrait. It would be cute to choose a different border for each month as a theme. For sure, Debbie. Or a different section in your book. I don't know if Linda did that in her book. I didn't pay that much attention to see if each chapter maybe had its own. I think she repeated the borders throughout, if I remember correctly. Like here's this one where she has the half circles. I think she repeats that. Yeah, see here it is repeated again. Now, I don't know if that's just in that chapter or if she did that throughout the whole book. And there were variations of that. It looks like she used it throughout the book and there were different variations of that same border, which is really a good idea too, is pick something you like and that you know you can add color and interest and then use it throughout the book. Now she's not using it up here, so maybe that was just in that one chapter. But yeah, if you look at just the books that you have and the stuff that you have, you'll probably see, oh no, there it is again. Okay, so yeah, she's just used the same ones in different ways throughout the book. Yeah, I like doodling borders too, Safia. I really do. All right, let's see. We did that one. And I'm going to keep adding to this book. Like, I won't be done with this today when we're done. By the time I'm done, I hope I have this whole thing at least halfway filled. And then I'll use the back half for something else, you know. But just a place to store my ideas, right? That's pretty much what it's about. Tinker Toy. I love Tinker Toy. I used to use Tinker Toy a lot. Stars. And like hers are really simple. All she's done is add an element in each of the corners and then draw lines to it. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so that one's done. See what this one is. I haven't looked at these books in forever. Looks like these are going to be a lot more complicated. Yeah, and I don't think now the ribbon one, that is actually a lot easier than you think. It looks complicated, but it's another one of those things that is so simple. Do you guys have? I'm sure somebody at some point has shown you how to draw a ribbon. I'll draw a ribbon border real quick because they're just so simple. First, just draw your line, any line, and then draw a line that's going to intersect it several times. And with ribbon, probably the most important thing is wherever, and I'm going to use watercolor for this because it'll be faster, but you could use the super tips just as easy. Well, maybe I should because you guys will have the super tips because Dee Dee's told you to buy them. Color, wherever the lines intersect, color that the darkest. And then I'll watercolor with these. Color that the darkest where they intersect. And I shouldn't have drawn over that line, but I did, so who cares? But anywhere the lines meet is real dark. Now, if I want a lighter color of that, now this is likely to go through. Didn't go through too bad back there, but I'm not going to use a lot of water. But to make it a little bit lighter, just use it like a watercolor. And then about in the middle, leave it white so it looks like that's where the light's hitting. That one I goofed up, so, but you get the idea. You know what I'm talking about. And then after it's completely dry, go back and add a white right in the center part of it, and it'll look like satin ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and color it all in and come back with white after it's dry because it just looks better that way. But that's how easy it is to draw a ribbon border. And if you don't want that all over everything that comes nearby, wipe it up in a hurry. How do I know that? Been there, done that. All right, back to the book. I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and then I'll come back and add the white. There's another one. Add a little bit of flowers. The Crayola one is really cute. Really, really cute. I love the Crayola one. Oh, here's a whole bunch of borders. Well, hell's bells. I need to just cut this book up and put it right in there. There's the ribbon. All of these, in my opinion, are too complicated. Maybe that rose one there wouldn't be, but they're too complicated for me to do in this comp book because you got to remember we've got 30 days for 100 pages. So you don't have time to get too involved. I love the ladybug. I love the crayons. Oh, look at these little animals. Oh my God. There's Eileen, the lion. And look at next to the lion is a flamingo. That's too funny. Yep, right next to the lion. And there's a giraffe and a horse and an elephant. Oh my God, I'm going to draw that border. I need to put a... Yep, I got to put a bookmark on there because I want to draw that border on something. I'm not going to take the time to do it while we're here. But yeah, I want that border. You love key lime pie? I love key lime pie. I like cheesecake, and I actually have cheesecake in the freezer. Lots of it. Oh, here's more. Let's look. The flowers. I do flower borders a lot. Snowflakes. Snowflakes would be good, but these are all very involved. Now, see that flower one? That would not be that hard to do. That would be easy. There's a Halloween one. Wintry one. Look at that little snowman. He's so cute. There's a food one. Yeah. So inspiration like this one where they've just used the alphabet for a teacher, that's really cute. So think about your theme and something that would go along with your theme. I'm trying to think of an example. But yeah, and maybe your borders can be a reflection of your theme. This has been fun. I've loved drawing borders. I could do this the rest of the day. I might. No, when I'm done here, I'm going to fix us something to eat. That elephant is so freaking cute. We're drawing that elephant. Get out a piece of paper. Right now, we're drawing this elephant because it's too freaking cute for words. Where's my paper? I'll draw it on the back here. Okay, start with a pencil. This is how you draw the cutest elephant in the world, okay? Draw a circle, body. Draw his head, overlapping a little bit. Draw a big circle, overlapping both of them. Can you guys draw that? This is the cutest ever. And then a curved line, curved line. His legs are what's so funny. This is too cute. Look at that. You guys better be drawing along with me because this is too cute. Now, take your ink pen. And anything that overlaps, you're obviously not going to draw, right? So, except the big ear. Draw the circle for his head. His trunk. I'm going to make his trunk square, though. Look at that. Is that not the cutest elephant ever? That is the cutest elephant ever. I can't, there's something missing though. I can't see what it is. I wish my eyes were better. I really do. I don't think I can get it far enough away. The giraffe is really cute too. I'm drawing all those animals. I actually did a whole wall drawing for some friends in Texas for their little baby that was brand new of those crazy animals. I wonder if they still have it. I did it on a dresser forum and a mirror. Can't remember now. God, that's been a long time ago. Can't believe I even remember it. All right, looks like that's all the borders in this book. I do like all the different lettering styles, though. Oh, beads written out of beads. See, beads would be an easy one, too. Just got to do the a mouth. Yep, we'll draw him a smiley mouth. Stick animal. I love him. Candy cane. Of course, Christmas is going to be over tomorrow, so, or day after tomorrow. All right, I'm going to look at one more, and then we're probably going to call it a day. This is more creative lettering. Oh, that was another one. For Halloween, we'll add it to our book. This one's really simple, too. You can draw a straight line or curvy line, doesn't matter which. All you have to do, and this lettering made me think of it, this down here, is just draw a curvy line like this underneath it. And this is a good spooky or Halloween border. And then color it in. I'm not going to sit here and color all this in. I'm not going to make you watch that, but I'll color in part of it so you can kind of see how it looks like it's dripping like blood or something. I use this for lettering, for borders, for anything spooky or Halloween. And I'm not a huge fan of Halloween either. I'm just not a very holiday kind of person, I guess. But I love my birthday. Because then it's all about me, you know what I mean? But yeah, that should give you an idea of how if you went ahead and colored it all the way across, how it could look oozy and crap. Yeah, the elephant, he probably will be going in the beast, honestly. Because he's a cutie. I like that little caterpillar right there, too. Little stuff like that, little doodles like that just makes me happy. Just happy. But yeah, I would just think about my theme. I have tons of ideas for my theme because my theme is so universal. Everybody will get it. I don't think I've told anybody but Dee Dee. Well, there's not much borders in here. I'm starving right now. Why'd you guys have to start talking about key lime pie and cheesecake and crap? Yeah, this doesn't have much borders. This is more strictly lettering, other than, you know, a few little things that we've already done or some variation thereof. So curly cues in the corners and just bold lines. You guys have figured that out, right? Squares, yeah, just rectangles and stuff. This is actually one of my favorite, just a line with circles going through it. I think that was one of the first ones I drew for you guys. Yeah, this is like the third, because that's really one of my very favorites, because you can do it in any color. You can add 2 lines, bigger dots, smaller dots. Yeah, checkerboard, all-time favorite border. Hands down. All right, this last book I got out. I like that splash. That would be good. Ink spots around the border. And again, don't forget, you guys, use your stamps. If you have small element stamps, use them as well. The thing I don't like about stamps a lot of times is by the time you color them in or do something with them, they're labor intensive. This one, the line with the green and the yellow curly cue, that's cool with all the dots. I like that. That's a very Mary Engelbrightish flower up there. Frankenstein's cute. So hopefully you guys got some ideas. Keep working on it. Come up with ones that you like. This one's cool. This one where it's just a whole bunch of different elements put together, but this one is cool too. You know, the 2 lines is the circle. Well, I did the 3 lines in the circle, but that one I like. Something as simple as the line with the crosshatch on it. Cool. All right, that was all the reference material I got out. So I'd have to sit here and start thinking up more ideas, and I'm better at thinking up ideas before I look at a lot of reference stuff, you know? But yeah, like flowers and vines and stuff like that are probably my favorite. This one right here, this is my all-time favorite. Use it all the time. All the time. You like Cass's idea about using washi tape. I think washi tape is also, I'll probably tape stuff down with washi tape if I have any that fits my theme. I'm not sure that I do. And I'm not buying any. I have plenty of washi tape for everybody in the country. I don't use it near enough. That's another thing that hacks me off. Hi, Alia. We're talking about doing borders for Dee Dee's comp book challenge. Well, for borders for anything really, but what got me thinking about it was Dee Dee's comp book challenge is coming up with some borders to use in that. And I keep saying challenge. I don't know that it's really a challenge. It's just creating your own composition book, pick a theme, and for 90 days, work on one theme in your composition notebook, much like Linda Berry has done in some of her books. We just thought it would be so much fun to do that. So, oh, okay, I don't need to answer your questions because Eileen booted her ass out. Thank you, Eileen. Thanks for coming, everybody, and I want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Make it as happy as it can possibly be. But I don't believe that just on Christmas. I believe that every day of the year. Whatever it takes, whatever you have to do, be happy. Make somebody around you happy. If you are at all capable. Because life is too short to be a Grinch. Did I say that? I am the Grinch. So I love you guys. I wish you the very, very Merry Christmas. I hope Santa brings you everything you want. And I don't know, depending on what happens the end of the week, I may or may not pop on for an impromptu stream. So I think that's all for now. Love you guys. Bye.